What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't yet, hit like and subscribe and hit the bell notification, be the first one. Get notified when I pop up a video. Sorry I haven't made a video for a while. I haven't had a teammate that was allowing me to do YouTube videos as much. I'm running solo right now. Doing solo for the week. While I'm waiting for my truck, I'm going Schneider owner-op. So I haven't seen too many reviews dealing with Schneider National. So I'm just going to do a 1-year review. Been with them since December of 2017. Been lucky. I've had 2 DBLs or driver business leaders. Some people or some companies refer to as fleet managers or dispatchers. The first one wasn't really my call. Company was downsizing. It's a long story, but basically she's no longer working for the company. Anyways, Schneider has not coerced me into doing positive or negative review. They don't know about this. I don't really care what Big Orange thinks about what I say about them, whether it's good or bad or in between. I really don't care. I'd say for the most part it's been good. I've been running a team. They got you, or they got me loads. I had a choice depending on what partner I had, whether I ran hard, if I want to dink around for a couple weeks. Didn't really matter. You did your ETAs or estimated time for arrival and your next available time or NATs. You adjusted accordingly, whether you wanted to run your full 70 out, then do a 24 rolling restart, or if you want to do a 34 restart. It didn't really matter. When they say you're the captain of the ship, it literally means that you're a captain of the ship. So you run as hard as you want. You take your time, enjoy the sights. For me, I'm out here to make money. You know, I didn't come out here to really BS around. You know, it's just load after load after load. You know what I mean? I ran my 70 out, did 24 rolling restart, and I just went right back at it. And unfortunately, you know, if you guys have ever seen Red Viking Trucker, he got lucky that he was able to find a teammate to do videos with, or one that was allowing him to do videos. Me, I didn't really get that lucky. I mean, crap happens, you know. It's just the way life goes. I mean, I'm running solo right now. I'm going into Schneider financing when I get my first truck. Plan on running solo then, so I'll be bringing out more videos to you guys. So I'll show you, you know, dash cam footage here and there. You know, I'm not gonna do it all the time. I'll just kind of bring you along with me, show you where I go and whatnot. I mean, just kind of bring you guys along for the ride. Anyways, back to the 1-year review. I would say my overall outlook is positive with them. I mean, sorry about that. I honestly can't really say anything bad about them. I mean, February, March, slow time of the year. You know, I should say January, February, March, first 3 months of the year. Usually kind of slow. I mean, you're going to be sitting around. I mean, that's a given to whatever company you're working with. I don't care if you're Schneider, Swift, CR England, CRSC. It doesn't matter if you're a mega carrier or a small carrier. The freight slows down the first 3 months of the year. So, you know, beyond that, I mean, they've treated me well. I mean, they really haven't screwed up my pay, really, to speak of. I mean, there was a couple weeks out of an entire year, out of 2 weeks, they screwed up my pay. And it wasn't like a whole lot. It was how they do it, the Saturday, Sunday load. I mean, instead of paying you all of that 600 miles or 1,000 mile or 2,000 mile run or whatever the run was, wherever you were at midnight on Saturday is what they paid you on that previous check. And then they pay you the rest the next week. I didn't know that. They told me that basically you're going to get that load the prior week or the next week. They didn't tell me that. So those 2 weeks they fixed that, but they're like, well, we're changing stuff. You know, this is how we're doing it. I'm like, whatever. You know, it's cool. It's just a couple weeks out of, you know, I've been with them. This is February 10th. So I've been with them a year and 2 months. So yeah, it's really not all that bad. The negative, the drivers. I mean, I get, you know, the Schneider is all gung-ho about safety. Fine, I get that. But the drivers, keep your nose out of the business of other drivers. I mean, I can't stress that enough. If we're being unsafe, that's fine. Tell on the driver. But they ain't doing anything wrong, leave them the fuck alone. I've heard about it. You know, granted, I've had 14 members in a year. No, not my fault. First one I had, well-seasoned Schneider driver. I think I was with him for 2.5 months. He became a training engineer, or a trainer, TE. Schneider calls them TEs. Some people call them trainers. I mean, tomato, tomato. Different companies call them different things. My second partner, he was too inexperienced. Now, I don't mean that as a bad thing per se. I mean, granted, I did say, if you need help, wake me up. I've got no problem helping you out. If you're in a tight spot, you're unsure, don't hit anything, wake my ass up. Give me about 5 minutes, I'll come out and I'll help you navigate, do whatever you need to do. But at the same time, you gotta keep in consideration, you can't wake up your driver every 2 or 3 hours because you get in a tight spot and you're too fucking lazy to figure the shit out yourself. I mean, try for 10, 15 minutes. If you can't figure it out, then wake me up. But apparently my partner he didn't comprehend the part of, yeah, I said wake me up if you need help. Doesn't mean you wake me up every single time. So him and I didn't work out. My third partner, he went on home time, never came back at all. My fourth partner, if you watch, I think it was the second or third video ago, I posted a video that says this is why you pay attention. My fourth partner, it was my fourth partner. he rolled the truck on the side because he wasn't paying attention, or he dozed off of the wheel. I don't know. All I can do is speculate based on the dash cam footage I had. My last partner, I texted him my DBL. He called him, left him voicemails, and he never got back with us. So, you know, I've had a great, you know, my second DBL. He's treated me well. He's like, so Scott, I've got this truck. You know, why don't you just go solo for the week? I'm like, hell yeah. You know, just keep it moving. You know, he's done well, you know. Granted, you know, I have snapped at him a couple times, but, you know, we all have our good days and we have our bad days. I mean, he understands that, you know, shit happens. But the best part of Schneider, I think personally, is the fact is they work with you. If you want to run hard, you let them know. And they try to get you loads to accommodate what you want to do. I can call my DBL up and say, hey, you know, I have this issue. You know, sometimes it's faster to call them up real quick and say, hey, I'm having this issue, I need your help. You know, whether they're like, okay, well, I'll call you back, or I'll send you a message on the Qualcomm. You know, sometimes you send them a message on the Qualcomm, it may take them 2-3 hours to get back with you, depending on how busy they are. Whereas if you call, say, hey, having this issue, need your help, you know, they can just give you a call back when they get everything situated and figured out. Not a big deal. Another thing, it's the top two, as I just pointed out, they run you how you want to run. Second one is that each DBL only runs 10 to 12 teams. That kind of keeps the ratio down, so they're able to manage everybody efficiently instead of having 20 or 30 teams. You know, they don't know your name. They don't really know your driver number by heart. You know, I call my DB up and say, hey, Dave. And just like that, he knows my voice. He already knows my driver number. You know, granted, it took him a couple, 3 weeks after I got transferred to him. But every time I call, hey, Scott, you know, bam, bam, bam. Every single time he knew my name. But it's 13 minutes, so I'm going to try to cut this a little bit short. Third one, home time. I know a lot of you drivers out there, I'm sure you work for at least one company if you've been out here for some period of time. For the drivers coming in, the biggest thing you want to look at is a company that's willing to work with you on your home time. As a team, you put your home time in. For me, it was first weekend of every month, basically, for two to 3 days. My last partner, we were at a week at a time. You know, we made enough money. We worked efficiently enough to where we could afford a week at a time. Not a big deal. But new drivers, when you're coming into this industry, make sure you do your research, find a company that works with you and matches your home time needs or wants. What I mean by that, you know, if you have your home time set the first weekend of every month, and for 3 months in a row, they don't get you in until, you know, 3 days late or 2 days late, you don't want that. You know, when you have shit set up, you know, I go home, I try to see my daughter, you know, I go see my family, see my old lady, you know, whatever the case is, you know, I already have plans during those days that I had already planned on taking off. You know, they've done really, really well at, you know, when you say your last day of work is that Thursday, it's either Wednesday night or midway through Thursday. They got you at your OC or operating center, terminal. Different companies call it different names. They call it operating centers here at Schneider. You know, I'm based out of Indy. You know, and when I put Thursday last day to work, you know, by Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening, my ass is in Indy, in my personal vehicle, and I might see you for the next few days. It don't make no difference to me. Solo, not so much from what I've done. This is the third time I went solo with Schneider. So, you know, I only got a taste of what they do on the solo side. But like I said, I'm going on ROP here in a week. You know, I'm just biding my time, waiting for it to, you know, get over with, basically. I'm really excited. I'm getting a 2018 Cascadia Evolution. It's a 10-speed. It's all black. So, yeah. The next Monday, it will be the 19th. When I start my class. It's supposed to be a 4-day class. I'll be able to look over my truck and everything. So I'm really excited for that. Just so stay tuned. My next video will be pertaining to whether you should go solo or team coming into the industry, or if you've been in the industry, you know, whether you've been solo or you've been team. You know, you're not sure which way to go. I mean, if you've been solo for a while and you're thinking, well, team is, you know, I can make more money, but I'm not unsure. So stay tuned, watch my next video, and I will explain the pros and cons of solo and team, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.